Hello creatives, it's been a long time and no tutorial. Okay, I've been getting some questions or inquiries about how to cut flay with ankara, a long flay with ankara. So I'm going to demonstrate this using this ankara fabric. This person's length is 44, okay? From the waist to the floor is 44. Her waist is 30 and a half. Okay, so we need to make a half circle flay. That's 180 degrees flay for her. So of course you know that with this ankara is just 45 inches. So most times people find it difficult to know how to join it. So that's exactly what I want to show you now. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is to divide the waist, which is the circumference, by 3.14. Okay, is a standard for you to get 180-degree flay. So when I divide it, I'm getting 9.7. This is the radius. This is circumference. So this is what we need to measure to be able to get her waist circumference. Now, for me to know how many inches to measure on this ankara, I'm going to add her length to this radius, and I'm adding 1 inch allowance for tidying the hem and joining the waist. All right. So everything gave me 54.7 inches, and ankara is just 44. So what do we do? So what you're going to do, the first thing is to measure out this 54.7 from the selvage. Of course, where the rotes, this one is veritable block print by Queen, African Queen. Yeah, this is the selvage of your fabric. Anytime you want to know the selvage, that tidy part, and this is the cut edge. That's where you cut the yard edge. All right. So I'm measuring out 54.7 inches. Okay, on this ankara, this is 54.7. So I'll fold it exactly at that place. If you want, you can add maybe an inch ease for marking. So this is me folding out what I need. Now, if you don't have a table as wide as mine, you can as well do it on the floor. Okay, so you need space. So once you fold, just confirm that while you were folding it, you still have what you measured out. You know, that's what we call human error. And I always say, measure twice, cut once. So this is me trying to be sure that I have what I measured out, and exactly what I measured out. And just fold it well. Always ensure that your selvage are equal. So whenever you're doing 180-degree flay, you need to fold your fabric into two this way. Okay, so this is it. Now I'm going to go ahead to mark my radius and the length. The length I'm using now is this 54.7. Okay, just for the sake of having space and being fast, I'm going to fold this way in a triangular form. Doesn't do any magic. It's just to save time. Just to save time. Okay, so with your chalk or your fabric marker, whichever one you choose to use, go ahead and draw out your lines. So from this tip, I'm measuring 9.7. 9.7. If you watch what I'm doing, I'm not even going to add any extra for zipper. Flay, they usually have a way of giving us excess. I don't need much excess for my zipper allowance. So I'm just going ahead to mark this out. 9.7 all through. So this is my radius. Okay, if I measure around like this, I'm going to get the waist measurement divided by 4. Our waist measurement is 30 and a half, which should be giving us, that's 7.5 and a bar. You can see we even have a little excess. That's what I was talking about. So from that point, I will now go ahead from the same point to mark my 54.7. 54.7. Okay, you might need help doing this. You might need help doing this because if you're not careful, it will shift from the tip. So another thing I actually advise soulmates to do, you can use a bobby pin to hold this. Okay, this is not a bobby pin. This is just the regular pin, so that I can twist it all around. So I'm measuring this all through, and be careful if you don't do it well, the arc of your flay will not be even, and it will look funny. So I'll measure this all through till I get to the end of the fabric. Let me use this and hold here. Okay, so we're done with marking it out. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. Just go ahead and cut it out. So if you look closely, you find out that this part of the fabric is not enough. It's not up to 54.75. That is exactly where we're going to join. So there's no magic. You're actually going to join it, but you have to do it neatly so nobody notices the join or the joining. So I'm cutting off this place, and this is the flay, the circle flay. You can see this place is actually complete. This is not complete yet. I'm not going to open it up completely till I join the other parts of the fabric. So watch me do that. Now I'm going to pick this tip. And when you cut it out, you must have this kind of tip. So I'm going to pick this tip and join it to the ankara. And while you're doing this, please study the pattern of your fabric. You don't just join anyhow. Study how the fabric pattern is, so you make it as or less obvious as possible. So this tip goes to this place. It's just a guide. Okay, this tip goes to this place. Now I'm going to pin it down. So I'm just pinning this because the fabric design is a bit irregular. Okay, a bit irregular, so I can afford to do this and it wouldn't be well noticed. So sometimes while trying to match the pattern, you waste a whole lot of the fabric, and you know flay takes a lot of volume from the fabric already. So just be careful. You just need to have enough fabric to work with. That's all. So I'm going to pin it all through, show us how we're going to cut it out. And we have our half flay. Okay, so when you get to the end of the selvage, you are done joining. So what next am I going to do? Spread out this ankara. You can see how it is. I'm going to spread it on the table again and keep the complete part on top of the part I just pinned, because it's going to be a guideline for me to, retrace the 54.7 inches that I need. And please, you can go ahead and stitch this on the sewing machine before cutting, but I would advise you to do that. Sew it on the sewing machine. Because of time, I'm just going to get ahead and use the pin to hold it down the way I'm doing. Don't just take your time to arrange your fabric. Don't be in a hurry to just cut, cut, cut. You might not like what you get. So I'm tracing. You can see I'm just tracing out the complete part. The part I joined was kept under, just so I'll be able to trace this perfectly. Good. So that's that. You can see what we have left of the 6 years, and this is just a small size because waist 30. And we have our flay. If I turn it around to the front, you might not even know that it was joined. You can see, you might not even know that it joined. If I give it a good press, that is it. This is how you just join your ankara. So try it and let me have your feedback. Thank you.